every Terran matchup, ladies and gentlemen. And since Terran is, you know, the best, you know, that makes sense. Okay. So it looks like we will have the, I actually like that we will have this this more standard standard setup, because I will be able to see upgrades. So that's great. I'm stoked. Let's put production up here, wherever that is. Perfect. So we can see what is being produced at any given time. Looking at gases, no gases so far, and ladies and gentlemen, we have the exact identical start. Nice use of the bombs here, pushing those back. Last time it wasn't enough, and this time it's not enough. Who would have thought? So close though, very, very close. So we'll see what they have to edge out. Now it's all about placement. It's all about these very minute placement changes for these players in this format. So sometimes, you know, you can put like one over here. You can put like a couple Reapers over here to try to have them flank, to try to get a concave. We actually do see the movement. We see them readjusting, repositioning, trying to get the angles required. This is going to be a great win here for this Protoss. They do have the Guardian Shield going up, which is actually reducing some of the damage, reduced by 2. All right, here's the Swarm. The Swarm gets around. The Baneling does not make contact. This Baneling does make contact, but it's too little, too late. A couple going down, but right now it's a rough start so far. No tier 2, for the record. We had a tier 2 on each side before. We don't have any tier 2 this time. Still no gases, as to be expected in the standard format. In Commander, you'll see everybody gassing as fast as possible. 1 upgrades already for Orange. That's super fast. No upgrades for Purple so far, and Orange is already taking extreme control. They seem to have a great dial-in for how that needs to look in the front. They actually did a great job trying to anticipate right here with the diagonal and the early setup. And now look, they actually bring it way out, going Reaper Marine alternating in a single line. Value at 1080 here. You can see some of them have these have the things. This is the premium little trophies for supporting direct strike, which I recommend everybody do. I do need to move, it looks like. Let me move this. Give me uno momento here. Yeah, that looks all right. There we go. So now you guys can actually see things. Still nothing. Look at the production over here. Nothing. Nothing in production. Income is going to be in the favor. You can see the difference. Here's the difference. Top team getting that 50 extra. 50, 40 extra, right? Minerals. At the harvest rate. At the rate it goes up, you can see here's them going up here. Still though. Let's go back to the production. We do have tier 2. Tier 2 for Orange. Going up here, we'll see if that's gonna matter. This is the one, they've already been putting a lot of pressure with their unit setup. It'll be interesting to see if they start to go tanks. It'd be pretty early to do it, but they might just do it. Yellow, 1 attack, no armor so far. Red is going to respond in center and go up for tier 2 as well. Oh, well, that's clever. Is that gonna, oh, wow, ladies, that is sick. 1 Marine. This Marine is baiting out grenades from the Reapers. So the Reapers run up and they throw grenades because they sense a unit, right? Because the abilities are auto-cast. And that way, when it comes down to the actual fight in the back line, these Reapers are gonna have all their charges ready and the other Reapers have already used theirs. Very intelligent play there. The attacks come through towards front. It's just not enough. The bio, normally Zerg has a great time with bio because you can build 10 jillion Marines and Banelings. Pressure on the cannon. The cannon might go down. Is the cannon going to? Yes, Marauders putting out so much damage against armored units and structures, of which the photon cannon is one, and that is going to be a cannon down. Do we see any immediate gas? No. Instead, we see an immediate tier 2 tech. And we do have Teal also almost completed with their tier 2 tech. Attacks coming down now. Pressure being put on. Once again, top team in control. The Medivacs trying to heal through. Gonna have a bad time though. The Zergling Storm comes through, but look at all this the Baneling hits that have been wasted and can't be used against this. Look at the excellent play here. Putting the Marines as far back as possible. Look at them just shoot through the Zerglings. Great positioning here from Yellow. All of these are so far behind the Marauders. And look at these Reapers just to disrupt a little bit. It's such a smart play. No gas, not a single gas on the board right now, ladies and gentlemen. And we do see the tank. Once again, tanks 0-0 so far. Looking at these at tier 2, they have gone up to the 2-2. They might actually even be able to push through. We do see Pax going for siege units again, starting much earlier this time. I think that's a smart play. I think you have to start to do that. This actually being disabled might let it stack up with the next wave. This might have been really, really unlucky. Will it stop in time? Will the Zergs get there? Will the Zerglings get there to save it? Will it get saved? No, not quite. If they can get that stacked up, that's gonna be pretty important. We'll see what Pax decides to do, continuing to move forward here with just the one tank so far. 2 tanks for Orange. Nothing in the production so far, though. Let's go to the very high APM counts, I'm sure. Active forces. That's pretty cool. So this is the amount of resources that every single player has as they're going through this. And of course the timers for when the waves will go. So you can see these 2 waves are spending more. This one, since you'll see that waves that have longer probably have spent less because they're waiting to see what's happening, waiting to make strategic decisions in those 60 seconds before the next wave is sent. Back to the action, you can see this is the bomb that comes out of the Raven. Has made these Medivacs a little bit more susceptible to damage. Lowland trying to be cute here. The attacks coming through. These Hellbats just soaked like a crazy person. Uh-oh. So
game resumed.
Okay, so we are back in it. So once again, the tank's starting to stack up. Trying to move forward. Medivacs on each side going to be doing a lot of healing here. We do have these Marauders. If these Marauders get in range, keep in mind Marauders put out insane amounts of damage. You can't see here armored. This is an armored structure. They would do a ton of damage. Now, like I said, remember when I said these siege ships can siege up just outside the line? This one is in range. But it's not going to matter. They're actually going to be able to continue the pressure. Shots coming through. Zerg's able to clear this wave, but isn't going to be enough because Yellow, you can see they're saving up. Excuse me, they're at 600. Unfortunately, I did miss a gas here. That's my bad. We have 3 gases that have gone down. Teal's got 1. We got red with 1 as well. And of course, blue. 3 other players, so we're split 50-50 on people who have and have not gas coming up on the 10-minute mark here, just past the 9. Attacks through. Now you'll see the auto targeting. Once these medevacs are not auto targeted, they're going to be. These are going to be continuing to stack up wave after wave because they're going to continue to put out all of these, all of the healing. Tank versus tank. The ones that are sieged usually end up winning that. Will this one survive? Will we have some survivors? I don't think so. Yeah, it's not going to be in time. If that does happen, though, oh, those storms are huge. Those storms absolutely eating up so much Zergling health. And it's all the Zerg can do just to get through the remnants of the previous wave. It gives yellow a full push here. Oh my, Freddy has so many Reapers. Liberators are the answer for Bomber. Liberators, an insane unit, siege unit from the top. One-shotting Marines, and once those Marines are dead, nothing will be able to kill these Liberators until the next wave comes out. And there's only a few Marines in this one. This actually could be the thing that really turns this game in favor of our top team and moves them into the next round. A victory here would put them forward. Nothing can hit these. Nothing can hit these Liberators. They can do whatever they want. Nothing can shoot up into the sky. They are just picking off unit after unit. These storms are absolutely insane. Everything dying. And the Liberators just chilling. You can see they actually are going to, they're staying alive so long, this wave will expire soon. And everything going the way of the top team here, going for win number 2 in a best of 3. You can see here, yellow did drop a gas. We did have extra, actually everybody has dropped a gas at this point. 1 gas apiece for all. Shots coming up here from the Marines. We're gonna say the attacks come through. These tanks are just stacking up a little bit too much here. Now, once again, ooh, I almost wonder, you can auto-control some abilities. And if you auto-control the ability of the storms, probably could have saved those to wait for the Zerg wave to come in. But alas, they still had enough because of how much they were able to charge up energy. Keep that in mind as well when you do play units that have energy. Like, we'll look at this Raven, for example. You can see the energy is going up here, down in the bottom left. Look at all the time it has to charge that energy up. As much time, it has so much time. Same with the medevacs. As noted, same with the High Templar, which cast out those psionic storms. Tier 3, going up here for red. I'm not sure if that's for battle cruiser. It could be for BC, or it could be for the Thor. I would assume BC. BC is probably going to be a great choice to get a few of those out. BC at least would be a good way to try to make that happen. We do have some Phoenix out here as well. Storm still coming down, doing a lot of damage. If that comes through here, you see all these Widow Mines. Look at all of them. Holy smokes. Moving up towards the front here. Orange is still in great control. Red team now doing a great, red player. I'm interested to see what the tier 3 decision will be, and it's Thor. It's actually Thor. I find that really interesting. Already at 2-2 here, but I think that, I mean, I guess these Void Rays and the Vikings would come in here and cause some problems. We do have yellow going up for both a second gas and for that tier 3 here. Once again, these Liberators just doing so much work. Shots coming through. Vikings actually don't have upgrades. It's going to take them a little bit to get to... Actually, Liberators don't have upgrades either, so they'll probably be pretty close. Pretty close to even. That goes in favor of Vikings, because Liberators don't shoot back when they're in siege mode. Bio up front, trying to attack through. This Thor goes down almost immediately. I don't know if that's just there to soak. There's another Thor as well, though. Perhaps this actually could end up being a big siege off, if you will. The issue here, how do you get through these tanks? Red doing a pretty good job trying to set up a siege line, though. Corruptor's going to go out towards front line. Only the one upgrade. There it is, 1-1. Just goes through. Trying to get through to these Void Rays. But you got to keep in mind, I mean, if we go to the resources, or I'm sorry, the income, you can see the disparity. It's almost 100 different. It's almost 100 different between these two teams just having the mid control over this line. That's why it's so important early game to get mid control. First shot's coming through here on the Nexus. Only tickles the shield. That should recharge. And look at this, look at the distance. Liberators have been upgraded with their extra range. They have a huge range now. Look how far back they are. They are not in danger. And this is going to be potential damage, as we do see this shield go right back up to 500. But still, no ability to actually do any damage onto the Nexus. They're putting a lot of pressure on, but they are not able to make the final move. But right now, it's looking like this could just be a 2-0. Blue trying to stay alive. You actually want to fight on your Nexus here. You want to take a fight in this range so you have that extra help to try to push forward. And it looks like they're barely not able to do that. There's going to be a fight just outside that line. It goes pretty well, though, for Purple. Purple's going to have to take some time to get rid of these units, though, so they won't have the air moving up into the next wave. Which means these Vikings are going to have open season. Clear out a couple medevacs. Now they're clearing out more of the air here. One gas apiece except for the two on yellow. And actually, this is pushing back. Storms come through. Are they going to be able to do some damage here with these siege units? But they are actually pushing out. They're pushing out a little bit. I don't know if that's because of the help from the cannon in the first place. The cannon certainly helped. But I don't know if that was enough to get them out to here, because all that means is it's going to bounce right back. We're going to go right back to the Nexus because they need the help from the Nexus. They don't have the power without being in this semicircle and fighting, getting that extra damage. But we will see. More Liberators, more damage. 2-1 upgrades. 2 on the attack, 1 on the armor. A lot of damage coming through here as the next wave comes in. Purple does not have enough to sustain at all, and this is going to be a huge stack. It's all down to red and these big beefy units to try to stay alive and hold off this Terran onslaught. These Liberators stacking up is just a bit too savage, I think. Just a bit too savage. Liberators absolutely destroying here. You do have the Void Rays doing some damage to these air units. So far, this is just we're continuing at this pace until we get to a point where the top team can push through and deal damage to the Nexus. Vikings doing damage. You have the Liberators here as well. Towards front, you do see a lot of siege units out here for red, trying to do a lot of damage. Vikings up on top. They actually might be able to land those. Do they? They should see the opportunity here and hit that land button. See the opportunity, hit the land button, just get that extra damage, maybe tickle through that shield. There it is, a little too late though. Shots coming down here. Towards front. The Zerg can get through, but these Void Rays are just doing a lot of work. Vipers are going to be great. They can do the Abduct. They have the ability to also do the Parasite to do a great AoE attack into air units. Attacks coming through. We do have the Vikings here towards center. Right side Liberators are just stacking up, doing a great job. And right now, there's no sustainability for this bottom team. It's really unfortunate, but they just do not have the sustainability to try to push through the wave after wave of continued, well-upgraded units, especially these Liberators. These things are, they're up to their 3/3 upgrades. These things are gonna be very hard to get through. Shots coming through towards front. Phoenix is an interesting choice. Abduct. They abducted to use the Nexus if you have to. Broodlords are not doing anything right now. Broodlords is, I don't think Broodlords was the choice here. These two Broodlords aren't enough. You need to like stack up like 20 billion Broodlords to really get their full effect. And these two are not doing enough to try to stymie the waves of units that are coming down through the ground. Shots being fired towards front. They're trying to move forward. We have all these Liberators set up. Vikings trying to come down as well. Siege tanks down here on the bottom are going to keep pushing forward. So Red does a good job with the siege units having the lineup here, trying to make sure that they can keep moving forward with like the AoE of the Thors and the survivability of the Thors with 400 health, but it's not enough. They need to have some other siege units from other waves start to stack up with those. And I don't know, I mean, if this continues, I mean, if we go look at the income once again, the income disparity, you know, the right units can change this, but if you go a long time getting almost 100 minerals less, you're gonna have a bad time. Shots now being fired on to the Nexus. Shield at 300, not quite enough though. Liberators are gonna stack up and this could be the wave, if you will. We'll have to see. A ton of air. Will Yellow be watching as well? They need to land those Vikings as soon as they get through all this. Liberators destroying absolutely everything on the ground. Viking land. Viking not land. There it is, the Vikings land. And they're immediately up in the air. Perfect. Shots coming through. Nice storm here on the Zerglings as they're moving forward. Broodlord's doing some damage. These storms are absolutely insane. We could be seeing it. Down to 1,000. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. And it's not quite enough. Down to 200, maybe 100. It just needs a little bit of a push. Will they? How long will they be able to survive? Huge air superiority here from Yellow. They just have to move forward here, land the Vikings, and get the shot. And it doesn't look like they'll be able to do that just yet. The shields are repairing up to 100 out of 5. The Nexus doing a lot. The Nexus doing a lot of damage here in this semicircle. Shots forward. Protoss army very, very strong. Storm, one of the best abilities in the game of StarCraft, and with good reason. Broodlord's being annoying now. The abduct into the Nexus cannon. Yellow clears out the wave. Are they going to be able to? They are not going to get up there in time. Red continuing to make these Thors at the 3-3 upgrades. Checking the gas. We have one complete gas. 3 complete gas. 1 complete gas per player on that team. We have 2 complete. Looks like this one was placed down a little bit ago, and then 1 complete here for orange. So pretty gas light as far as the game's concerned. A lot of medevacs still out here. They can heal the adepts. They can heal zealots. They can heal high templars. They cannot heal mechanical units. So stalkers, immortals, those will not be able to get the medevac weight. The push forward. This might be it. This might be the moment. They got to get through a few more units, and no, they can't do it. They just can't quite get the push together, but if they keep stacking up the liberators, they should be able to finally get the push together and just barely get enough damage. And here it is. This might be it. There it is. There's the shots, and the Marauders come through. And that's going to be game. Game number 2 goes to top team. And that's going to be the first match on stream there. Congratulations and well played.